In this video, I will be trying to build the wooden coaster in 1 minute, 10 minutes and 1 hour. And the 1 minute goes in now. Okay, of course we're going to start with the station. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. So small turn and straight into the chain lift for now. We're going, I don't know, this up. That's probably enough. Okay, but we're on down. What do we want? Small, this, and then of course a turn. So like this for now, and of course we want to go down again. I have no idea, this is probably going way too quick actually. Do we want a helix? We add a helix here. Why not? We're just going this way now. Okay, let's go to the other side and use actually a little bit of smooth too. Why not? Just so it looks a little bit better. And now we need the tool. Okay, okay, going up. 15 seconds left or something. Now we need actually to get back into the brakes because we don't have a lot of time. 10 seconds left. Why is it not allowed? Okay, apparently no brakes. Go down. Okay, I just made that. That was really close. So I might have made a mistake. And it's not really, as you can see. So we don't have brakes. We have a coaster. Let's just see how bad it is. So well, of course this is all still fine. We're going up the chain lift. Yeah, and then it starts happening. First, of course, we have the amazing cozy turn as always. This is all still alright. This is not bad. Does it actually need some brakes? Probably. Yeah, and then we have this turn. Not terrible. But I can definitely do better. So let's go to the 10-minute coaster. So for the 10-minute coaster, we of course have a little bit more time so we can actually think of what we're doing. So what I'm planning is to make sort of an old wooden coaster with how the layout goes. So what I'm planning is to start with a small turn and then straight into the chain lift. So we're going, I guess, a little bit down and then just, yeah, as I said, straight into the chain lift and we're going up. These old wooden coasters normally don't have like a really steep chain lift. So I guess I was just going for around this and then we're of course going quite a lot up. I think probably something like this. Then we will be going down and of course we're just going to add some really big airtime hills. I think you can compare it a little bit to like El Toro, but yeah, smaller. I also know like these drops are like constantly the same degree of like going down and then just straight of course here again and we're going up again. Great. And of course same as here, and then we have to look because we cannot go higher than a chain lift, so I guess probably this actually seems, yeah, kind of alright. And then of course we want to go down again around the same angle and then straight again. And right here I actually want to add the turn. So first we're going up and then we're going to add the turn, which is probably going to go to the right. And for some reason old coasters don't really bank when they're turning, so this is going to look very weird, but it is kind of realistic in a way. And also for some reason these always just go on like the same level with the turn. They don't go up or they go down. It's really weird, these coasters. But then we're going of course straight again, but while we're going straight we're also going a little bit down, so it's going to create this. And now we're just going to probably add another, yeah, big hill, and we still have a little bit less than 8 minutes, so it's going great so far. And I think you will actually get some good airtime on these hills, or I hope so. Of course we cannot really test it because it's a video game. Well, that's sad, but I think this is around good. And then we're going to add another hill, probably around this height. I think, yeah, it's around the same height, so that's nice. And then I probably want to actually add another turn where it will go down along the same path. So we will be going a little bit to the left, of course. And now we will do probably something that not a lot of wooden coasters do, is like this, yeah, S-bend. It maybe looks not the most realistic on this coaster type, but do I care? I don't think I really do. So we're just going to create a really sharp turn right here. We'll just go back along it, but we will of course do the exact same here. Rotate like this. I hope this is going to be alright. Maybe I need to tweak it a little bit sometimes. Of course 0 degrees, and we actually went up a little bit. And of course we will now be going down again and up again. These hills will definitely be a little smaller. I think the coaster will lose quite some speed in this because it's just all flat, so we cannot go like extremely high anymore. What I want to do for the turn is probably end up on the other side of the coaster. So this turn is actually going to be a little later and also probably on the ground. Yeah, and I think I might need to add a little bit of hardline in this, otherwise you will like slap your head all the way to that. And of course I know wooden coasters are quite rough and most of them are quite painful, but I'm a good person. Of course we're now living in 2022, So we are nice to the world. So let's finish this and then 0 again. And now we're going down. This is, I think this hill will give us some great airtime. And I might add like a double down. Then we're going, of course, up again. And for some reason, these wooden coasters always have just so good friction. They can just go on, like for every time. I don't know why, but yeah, it works for somehow. And also these brakes are normally like extremely long. So I think I will be starting the brakes actually here. Yeah, I think that's all right. So let's just add 1, 2 brakes and maybe a block brake section. That's going to be 4. Then the rest of the coaster just goes back to the station. So another block brake section, so we can add another train on it. And then it's just going straight back. I know it's not perfectly at the same height right here. Yeah, that's kind of sharp. Nah, I don't care. All right, now we can actually start changing all the operation. Of course, wooden coasters or these coasters normally have like a little bit of a different color. Okay, first let's change the colors. I think I will be going for quite a light gray type of color. I think that fits really good with this coaster type. So, and especially it gives really like the old feeling. I don't know why most of the old wooden coasters are like white or a really bright color, but I think this is all right. This is all right. It's looking, oh, this is looking maybe a little bit too white. Maybe we can change maybe one a little bit darker. Of course, wait, the track needs to be wooden, otherwise it will look very weird. Which one is also wooden? Is this the wooden one? No, that's the wood itself. We don't want that. We need this gray, and then I think we need this one wooden, right? Yeah, I think this is probably the best we can do. So this is also brown. Yeah, that's actually looking kind of nice. Now we need to just test it and see if it actually goes right. For some reason, these chains are normally extremely slow. Brakes probably, yeah, I think 100. Track friction is definitely going to be a little bit lower, and gravity 125%. So it goes a little bit further on, and I think we're just going to test it. Of course, these are definitely 100% the wrong trains, but sadly we don't have the old wooden roller coaster trains with like the 3 after each other. You have to just think they just rebuild or they put on new trains like this. It looks a little bit weird, but yeah, as you can see, this really looks and feels like a really old wooden coaster, and I actually really like the layout actually. So we're finally at the top after like 30 seconds. It took a long time. Here we go. Let's see if the coaster actually makes it all the way to the end or it's going to stall right there. And some good airtime. That's actually quite nice. We have this turn. I might need to change the friction a little bit higher, but so far it actually looks really, really good. I just hope it goes with enough speed for this section, but it actually looks like it does. And then another hill. Nice. Ooh, that is maybe a little bit too steep, but wooden coasters are not perfect. Then we have the double down, the last big airtime hill straight into the brakes, which is actually really nice. I might lower actually the brakes even more, so probably 75 and 75. I actually think we're done early. We have 1 minute 30 left. Do I change anything? No, I think it's perfect. Okay, stop the timer. I think we're just going to do a quick POV, of course, now. Let's see how that actually looks. So we of course started with a really small turn and go up straight with the chain lifts. And after waiting around 30 seconds, we're almost at the top. When you are at the top, you of course are going to go down again. So here we go, and I really like the colors. I think these colors are perfect for a wooden roller coaster like this. And then we have the first airtime hill. As you can see, no banking here, but this actually looks really good. And then we got down again with a little bit of an airtime hill, if you can feel it. Then the turn back into the next airtime. Whee! And yeah, this coaster is really about just bunny hops after bunny hops and just small airtime hills. I don't think old coasters did something else then. They didn't. Of course, most wooden coasters don't have inversions. Right now they have like rapid transitions and stuff, but back then they didn't have that. So I think for a old wooden coaster like this, it actually looks really, really good. Alright, but now let's go to the 1 hour coaster, because that one is going to be fun. So for the 1 hour wooden coaster, I am actually planning to make a GCI wooden coaster. I really hope that is going to work. So let's just start with actually the brake run, so I know where I want to make it. So that is probably going to be in like turn to this. I don't think it really needs like any elevation here, but I definitely want a little bit right there, so we can add the brakes here, which is probably going to be 4 brakes. So 1, 2, that's of course not allowed, so we need to do the one long piece. So I hope this is long enough. I definitely think it is. Most of the GCI wooden coasters have like a small beginning before you go on the chain lift. So I think we'll just also do that. What I will do is probably start with a small turn to the right, and of course most of the times add a hardline in it. Some of the turns with the GCI wooden coaster don't have hardline in it, just to give like more of the effect you're flying out, which is also really nice, but I am going to try and do my best to actually add them. Especially at the beginning, because of course you're not going that quick. Yeah, that looks alright. And then another turn into a straight piece, well, the chain lift will probably go around that. And of course this will be going up straight into the chain lift, so I hope it has enough speed. I'm sure it will. And into the chain lift, where it will probably go quite steep, so I think I will be going for this. Maybe that's a little bit too steep, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, that's probably not good enough. Yeah, okay. And then we definitely go quite high. I think this is definitely high enough. It's way higher, of course, than the 10-minute coaster, but it seems maybe one higher. Yeah, why? Yeah, one higher. Why one higher? Why not? And then we'll be going down. So it will have a small drop here before we go into this turn. And yeah, this costs a lot of wood, but sadly, yeah, you don't really have the GCI support, of course, in this coaster. It's just like one straight piece. Yeah, that's mainly because of lag issues and stuff. Understandable. So what I will do is go almost straight again, maybe like 5 degrees. Now it will go straight, and now we are going to plummet to the earth. And this is actually going to be as steep as possible. Of course, we cannot go. I think this is probably 80 degrees, and then it will be going slowly up again. Of course, we need to go up, otherwise we're going to crash into the earth, and otherwise the G-forces will be extremely high. Yeah, let's have a look at actually how, if the coaster makes. Otherwise I have to of course change some stuff. And why 3 long coasters? Thank you. No, I probably want 9. Yeah, probably 9. That's yeah. That is, I guess, the most realistic. I don't think we can actually go any longer, of course. There are a lot of wooden coasters in the world that have like 10, 11, 12 trains on one coaster, but yeah, it's still theme park to come to. So let's see if it actually makes it. This is all still going nice and smooth, and then up the chain lift, which works perfectly. All right, this all seems good. We have the first drop. All right, and now we're just going to get building on the wooden coaster, and let's do it in the form of a time lapse. Alright, with around 20 minutes left on the clock, maybe a little bit more, I am actually done with the coaster. Of course, it's a GCI wooden coaster. I'm not going to do the full support because that will take like days and not 20 minutes. So I will not be making that. But I'm actually really happy with the layout. It's maybe not extremely GCI. Some parts I really try to make it like GCI, but like some of these turns that are like outer banked, or the one that I have here, as you can see, it's just a little bit different than the other one. And yeah, I made this straight, but it's not really like straight, but yeah, I kind of like it. So yeah, I think we're just going to do a POV. And of course, I really made like the colors as if it's like really new wood. So you have like the 1 minute coaster, that's just normal wood. Then you have like the white, that's like really old wood for some reason. And then you have like the really bright new wood color, which actually looks really nice. And of course I have gone for green trains, but yeah, let's do a POV and let's see if it's actually any smooth. Of course a wooden coaster is not extremely smooth, but we can always see if it's any good. Once we're at the top of the coaster, you of course normally have a beautiful view, but we have the outside of the map. We have the first big drop, and that's extremely steep, as you saw. And then I went for a really sharp turn at the beginning with a full speed. Yeah, can be really fun. A little bit of an outbank turn, which goes into this, yeah, sort of an helix, but not really. Then we have that overbanked turn, or not really overbanked, just really... Oh, we actually went through a support there. Thank you, game, I really appreciate that. And then of course we have the first block break section, so the other train in the station already can move up the chain lift. Then we have a few hills and stuff and some turns, and then we go over the track again. This just barely makes it. Yeah, maybe not extremely perfect, but yeah, good enough for like a 40-minute coaster. And then we have like the last few turns, and then we have, I really like this turn where you're like going yeah, out of the, how do you say, hard line, I think you can call it like that, and you actually barely make the brake runs. So yeah, I wasn't able to go any more longer. It just barely makes it. As you can see, this train already moves, so block brakes are perfect. I can perfectly yeah, do 2 trains. So I think this coaster is actually a big success. But guys, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know which coaster you found the best: the 1 minute coaster, the 10-minute coaster, or the 1 hour coaster. So guys, I want to thank you for watching, and I will say, as always, goodbye.